Right, hello, welcome to The Working List, the only podcast that hates itself. Right. Where we last left off. The party after...
How can the podcast hate itself, though?
Because I am the podcast and I hate myself.
That makes
We
sense.
last left off. The party, after getting their shit together, finally made their way to the high forest. There, they saw that some of the trees looked a bit different. Continuing into the high forest in the direction of the large mountain, they encountered a very strange group of what seemed to be bandits who looked a bit down in their luck. One of which decided to go chop down a tree, though proceeded to get flattened by a treant. A fight then ensued with one of the treants burning and a few other treants showing up, sharing blows with the party who came to try and at least help the poor souls, inadvertently making themselves targets to these strange treants with this glowing, almost fluid-like substance under the bark. These treants were formidable foes, and at the end of the fight, the druid decided to try and get a sample of one of the trees with the glowing purple liquid, not realizing that he was cutting into a treant, got attacked and very badly wounded. And sadly, as he was being carried by Mistral, he succumbed to his injuries and died. His last words simply being... He's muted, so I'll say them. "It's not your fault, Spencer." That is where we last left off. You have escaped the treant, all a bit bloodied, a bit out of breath, and a bit shocked that one of you just died like that. What do you all do?
I do nothing. I'm dead.
Thank you for your input.
Not Dino.
You see as the Allosaurus that had been accompanying you, with the cracking of bones, shifts back in to a very dishevelled and very concerned looking Spencer.
I'll run up to Naturalis and no, what have I done? What have I done? And fuck, ow. I know it doesn't fucking do anything, but shut up. I will do healing spells because big
Okay.
desperation.
What spells do you cast?
Should I? Yeah, I'll cast a third level cure wounds because yeah.
Okay. As your eyes begin to fill up with tears, you try anything. As pulling as potent magic as you can, pressing your hands down upon Naturalis, who has now been laid on the floor. As this wisps of green and yellow energy begin spiraling around, it fades. Naturalis still unmoving.
Oh, why? What have I done?
I'm gonna put my hand on Spencer's shoulder and say, "This isn't your fault."
But it was, it was. God, why did I have to do that?
Hey, don't beat yourself up too much about it. It's not like you wanted to do this. You couldn't have known that this is what would have happened.
I mean, what else is going to happen when you bite down on a severely injured friend? I could have done anything else.
Hey, if you hadn't have done that, what's to say that nothing else would have killed him? You were so focused on getting us out of there. I don't think you would blame me for this.
Spencer, you feel another hand gently on your shoulder as Melon speaks up, saying, "I know that it is difficult, but we cannot stay here. We give him a burial and we have to be off. We can't spend too much time here. This forest is, I'm sure you've felt it, but there's something wrong."
I'm gonna pull out my sword and say to it, "So you're not gonna take his eyes then?"
As you say that, you feel almost a flare of aggression, and then it calms, weirdly calm. And
What is that?
you feel not anger like you expected, but amusement. As this compression feeling begins dancing around your head, sort of a constant, almost blurred vision to you.
Wait, I've got my sword out though, right?
Yes. You still feel this almost compression on your head.
Okay. I say, what are you doing now?
As the strange silence continues, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's actually reasonably good. That's a 12.
Okay. As you're looking down at your sword with apprehension, you sort of feel it being flung out of your hand with a very, very strong pull. As it's flying through the air, your vision almost following it, though your feet are firmly planted, is your vision almost following it, as all of a sudden you're standing there, the sword in hand at the altar, the pedestal in the church.
Wait, is the sword in the pedestal still?
It's in your hand. As you hear a strange clanking of metal.
Why have you brought me here?
There's no response.
Where's the metal clacking coming from?
Give me a perception check.
That's an 8.
Looking around, it almost sounds as if it's coming from everywhere. And as you're sort of turning around looking for the strange clanking of metal, the noise becomes clearer. It's like chain. As in this cathedral-like church, you're standing there, and all of a sudden you hear what sounds like almost like a chain drawbridge. The winding of chain, as if something's being pulled. What do you do?
Sorry, almost as if something's being what?
Pulled. Yes.
Pulled, okay. Is it? Can I tell what direction it's coming from now, or is it still everywhere?
It's starting to sound like a certain direction. You can't tell just yet, but it's beginning to reverberate around your ears as if it is in the room with you.
Okay, I'll look around, see if I can see anything.
Right. As you're looking to your sides, you don't see anything, and going still, you look up. And up above you, a bit forward in the direction, in nearly the middle of the cathedral, almost where you'd expect a religious icon to be, is a person, what it looks like. Struggling to make out their details. They look relatively, I wouldn't say young, but not old. Around maybe your age. Getting a height is difficult at this distance, but there's a weird pang in your chest.
I go towards them.
Stepping forwards, sort of going up the stairs towards the actual altar that is further down, so you can get a closer look at their face and their features. You are, well, you know this person, but where? You rack your mind, but the realization only sends you reeling. This is a person you thought dead. And this person you wished was never gone. You see before you the gnome form of Elatra from all those years ago. And as soon as it clicks in your mind, you just feel the amusement coming from that accursed sword. And as you look upon her form, you hear the winding of chains again, as now the chains that are supporting her aloft
I start running towards her.
by her wrists begin to be pulled, as if trying to pull her apart. And as you're running towards her, trying to leap towards her, trying to grab onto her, you feel yourself being pulled away, arm outstretched, as you are pulled away, and you find yourself back with the party. They're still mid-sentence, as if you were never gone. You simply feel in.
Wait, I want to do an actual scream, but I don't want to annoy my neighbors, so I just scream.
And as this scream of anguish coming out of nowhere, Cyril, you just feel in your head now, the sword clattering to the ground, but you just feel, come and get me. and then you are left with your emotions. Everyone, you see Cyril falter for a second and then start screaming.
Cyril, what's going on?
Well, that was unexpected. You can see that Cyril's like yeah, there's like tears. There's a few tears like coming down his face.
Aye.
Yeah.
Cyril, are you okay?
I could say that I am.
Considering the scream you just let out, I reckon whatever in this forest would have heard us. So, I'm afraid we may have to... He sort of looks over to Naturalis's form. We may have to make this brief. As with a twirl of his staff, a nearby tree, this one not with this purple substance, sort of its own like roots begin pulling apart as this hole is made.
Wait. He should have a proper one. I can carry him.
He sort of looks at you for a second. Alright, but don't forget, we are here for one thing, and the life of one person is not our main priority. Do I understand? Come on. As he sort of starts moving, but stopping at you, Cyril, he's sort of grabbing your shoulder slightly and says, whatever that was, let's just focus on one thing at a time, yes? As he begins moving, sort of looking a lot more cautious, sort of looking from side to side. Okay, as you all begin moving, I'm assuming, if you would like to have any more conversation, now is your time.
No, Cyril's kind of gone fairly quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Even more so than usual.
How can it be more quiet than not talking at all?
Yeah.
Don't think.
How is Spencer coping with the literal burden on his shoulders now?
Hold on. I know I had a week to think about this, but well, I don't.
It's fine if no one has anything. We can, well, I need to quickly, take a brief break. I do apologise, though I've drank multiple cups of tea in the last however long, so, yes. Anyway, yeah, if no one has anything, then I'm going to quickly rush off.
Right.
Alright, now, as you are all walking through this massive forest of these towering trees, we cut to another person trudging through the forest. John.
Yep.
You are entering in, well, you've entered in the forest. You have begun walking towards your usual destination whenever you are called from your acquaintance, your old friend. Would you like to describe your character now, or wait until you are met by the rest?
I'll wait till other people see me.
Okay. As you're walking down your sort of pack secured to your back, you looking up, see the distance you have ahead of you, and well, you curse how far you have travelled thus far, though you are looking forward to some aspects. Carrying on through the forest, you see what looks to be somewhat of a battlefield. Well, you see the remains of a few what look to be bandits. One with a rather flamboyant hat, amongst other things, and
It's bad.
what looks to be some form of felled tree, though it looks to be a bit more, well, substantially sized and humanoid shaped.
Do any of the bandits look alive?
Giving them a quick look over, sort of looking over at the remains, you see all of them are unmoving. A crow sort of cawing and sort of beginning to land and sort of pecking at one of their cheeks.
Is there... I'm gonna look for some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can I just
Give me an investigation check.
investigate? That is a 7.
Alright. Going through what remains of their clothes and other things as they've been crushed and torn, you find one coin pouch with a singular gold piece and 3 silver pieces in it.
Having money for some point. For some
You would have some money already
Yeah.
on you. I will
damn me amount enough.
yeah, I'll tell you. Anyway, after searching everything, the bodies, sort of having to fight off the crow. Where do you go next? Do you just simply continue going to your destination?
If there's nothing else more interesting, yes, I will
Alright.
continue on.
Continuing on in the same direction to the mountain, you begin journeying. Everyone journeys for about, well, a good while. It's about midday now, and you're all getting pretty hungry. And you're also, some of you are slightly beaten up.
Yes. Now is the time.
What do you do?
Well, anyone?
I guess we could stop and have a break.
Mm-hmm. So as you're all being led by Milan, he simply looks to the rest of you. Mostly at you, Mistral, who look a lot more bloodied and beaten up than the rest of them. Saying, right, let's have a brief rest here, and then continue our travel. As he sort of really quickly, with the flourish of his staff, sort of tapping it onto the ground, you see these sort of flowers and other vines and other things growing onto it as a sort of stalk of berries begin sprouting off of it. Sort of walking over to you, Mistral, he hands you one, and then hands one to the rest.
I don't accept his berry.
Okay. Do you like throw it on the ground or anything, or do you just like?
Just look at it and I look and then I walk away to try and stabilize myself against a nearby tree.
Okay. Does everyone else take a berry?
Wait, sorry, who's giving us berries? Melon, right?
Yeah, Milan.
Yeah, I'll take a good berry. Wait, are they good berries?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll take one.
I'll take one, but I won't eat it. Aha.
Yeah,
Why
I'll
don't
take
you want
one.
to eat melon good berries?
Fuck. Okay. Is anyone else being a rebel? That's the question for Rory, pretty much.
No, I'll take one.
All right. Everyone who eats them, you feel it's tasty. It's a nice berry,
Yeah.
and
well,
you
why don't
feel
want good berries?
pretty
They're
well
good.
fed. As he simply says, "Okay, rest up here. I'll keep watch over everything. We can rest for about an hour, I'd say. Preferably, at least. We don't even know what we're properly looking for. Anyway." Okay.
I'm going to walk over to Spencer. Hey Spence, how are you holding up?
Well, I just recently killed a very good person and
Need a hug?
unintentionally and but otherwise, yeah, fine.
Didn't answer my question, so I'm going to give you a hug regardless.
Uh, yeah,
A bit of an awkward hug as you can tell that Spencer's not had much interaction with most people, but it's just a bit of a Voldemort hug, but
It's okay, he's human. He's allowed to give out Voldemort hugs.
I think you're okay. Wait. Right, yeah. Well, if anyone else wants to do anything, I need to go for a second. Or a minute. See
Well,
ya.
this
Sorry.
is the recording
Sorry.
that everyone leaves. It's completely fine. How is Cyril doing?
Not amazing. He just got some like pretty big news. He's like still not entirely sure how to feel about it because like on one hand she's still alive, but on the other hand she's been being held hostage by his sword, which is probably not the best place to be. Yeah.
Alright. And Rory.
Yeah, she's gonna go over to Spencer and try and comfort him. Just with Mistral.
Okay, how about
How are
you?
you doing, Rory?
Well, you can't really roleplay that with him yet, but
Yeah. Yeah. It's not great. You know, we've
Are you
lost
close
so
to him
many
too?
people. What?
Were you close to him too?
Well, I didn't know him for that long, but you know, we just keep losing more and more people.
I'm really sorry
I
to hear that. Losing people kinda sucks.
Yeah.
alright, as you all sit and think about what happened, go ahead and give a short rest to those who want it.
okay, I wait for Spencer to get back.
Okay.
I'm going to walk over to Elon, noticeably angry at him, and just kind of go, what do you mean that we just had to get up and leave? Take it brief. I understand that you didn't really know Charles that much, but that was a bit insensitive.
If we stayed, those treants would have likely followed us. It is not that I am a lack of remorse or anything. I am aware that it is because of my decisions that he did die, for if I had not come to any of you, you would not have been in the situation. If I came off insensitive, that was either not the point or, well, I do not mean to anger you, though we did not have the time being that close. We'd only just gotten away from them.
Even now, you're still speaking like you're giving a lecture. I didn't know him that long either, but at least I'm still showing some form of remorse.
The showing of emotions did not mean the lack of it. My people, at least where I'm from, are not that emotive. I apologize if my current disposition is affecting you. It is just how I am.
Oh, well, you seemed a lot more emotive last time we chat. I'm just gonna grumpily walk away.
Okay. Alright, let her... Alright, Tedith.
John, that's you.
That's
I'm
you.
sorry. Really? So I just heard a word and I was like,
Yes. Are you continuing to walk for a bit longer, I'm assuming? Yes, okay. In the distance, you begin to see a clearing and a little bit more faint voices in the air.
I will do the stealthy up to it.
Okay. Go ahead
Although,
and
even though I'm
give
bad
me
at stealth.
a stealth check.
Oh, why in alphabetical order? It's so annoying. 11, 12.
12.
Uh-huh.
Okay, give me a moment. Alright. As you were all thinking and resting, immediately Melon and a lot of all of you begin hearing the noise of a few twigs snapping as Malum rising to his feet from his position. You see him just looking in that direction. Okay. As he says aloud to the rest of you, we were followed. Now.
I stand up and immediately draw my bow and point in the direction we heard the sticks.
Yeah, I'll get out. Where is he?
A tall
Describe a character.
with a long brown cloak covering both of them will step out of the shadows with their arms raised in kind of like a surrender. Sorry about my brother.
Immediately, Tereth, as you sort of step out, you see multiple weapons raised towards you. You see As you are standing there with your arms raised, you feel these vines wrapping around your legs. Do you resist at all?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay. As these sort of vines is ensnaring around your legs, getting up to your waist, you see an elven man looking at you simply. And why have you followed us?
I didn't follow you. I'm simply heading to the mountain. I just... Yeah,
Alright,
I haven't followed you.
as this, really briefly, pulling out a few components, sort of spinning them around, you feel this sort of circle almost in different runes begin circling you. And give me a second.
Zone of Truth, or like whatever it's called.
Yeah. Alright, he says, what are your intentions? And depending on whether you... Alright, so, give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, yay. I'm good at that. 19.
19, okay. What do you say?
One sec. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm heading to the mountain.
Why?
What about you? How do I lie? To get to the Underdark.
He simply looks at you briefly and sort of slightly lowers his staff and looks to the others, saying, and if I may ask, what...
No. Sorry, say that again?
He simply falters slightly as he begins and sort of looks to the rest of the party. That is your guys' cue.
Yes.
I'm just kind of looking at him, at Tara.
You have nothing to hide. Remove your cloak. I've never trusted a man as covered his appearance before.
I will take down my hood, and you'll see like kind of a humanoid-ish dragon face, a black dragon face. Yeah, and
Black dragon.
not a black, a dragonborn.
Oh,
So
way to be original, John.
Wait, what color? What type of dragon though?
I'm
Is
a
it
black.
black dragon?
Yeah,
Black dragon. Okay.
I'm a black dragon.
If I may ask, what business would a dragonborn have in the Underdark?
I need to speak to somebody.
Well... As you see briefly as this slight glow of light begins shining around Milan, he seems to be processing something.
He'd be reading my mind.
Alright. As the vines slowly release and the glowing circle disappears.
Where are you headed?
Coincidentally, the same place. Somewhat. And is it your first time coming through here, if I may ask?
No.
Then would you be so kind as to show us the way?
Sure. I will lead the way
Okay.
to the mountain, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not sure I want to show them the way into the Underdark though.
Okay. As Malom, simply looking up to the rest of the party, begins walking a bit behind, but following behind you. What does the rest of the party do?
I. Well.
I don't know. I probably just kind of follow along, slightly like sadly.
I just fly above.
Okay.
Well, I'll walk next. No, wait. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Yeah.
Looks like we're all following.
Okay. Alright, as you all are following behind, whereabouts do you take them? Do you simply just take them to the mountain, or do you take them anywhere close to the entrance to the Underdark that you know?
I'm gonna take them to the mountain. I don't want to.
Okay. As you all, after a very long walk, it is beginning to get a bit darker now. You begin to notice the trees getting slightly larger and the canopies of them covering much more distance, giving you a lot more breathing room to work with and a lot of more sight lines as the trees get farther apart from each other. And these large monolithic trees, and you begin to hear what sounds like distant thumps. This is a strange occurrence for you, Heather.
That makes sense. I'm going. What direction are they coming from?
The thumps coming from ahead of you, but slightly to your right.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards thumps because that's not normal.
Okay. You all sort of hear it, and Malon speaks up, saying, "No, what could that be?"
I do make it clear that I am not going to the Underdark anymore. I'm going to the thumps now.
Okay.
Should we go?
Should we?
To you.
Should we follow?
I believe so. It. We were told to go to the mountains, and we're pretty damn close. So, it would be in our best interest to locate anything. Though, once we find our quarry, I have something that I believe may aid in one avenue. But for now, I believe it best to see what that noise is.
Right.
As Malon begins walking, this time sticking a little bit closer with the party, his staff by his side.
Yep, I think we follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you all walk for a bit, you come across this strange sight, this very strange sight. You see what looks to be treants. A lot of treants. It looks to be well, you can't get an accurate number, but it seems to be a line of treants almost walking in single file. You see all of them clutching one or two large boulders of stone. All of the treants with this strange purple markings on them.
Are they walking
Oh
towards or away from the mountain?
They're walking towards a certain part of the mountain that you are somewhat familiar with.
Is it the place?
It is not necessarily the place that you have been,
Okay.
but it is close.
Seeing that, I think I'm gonna kind of gesture to the other people who are with me and go and look for the entrance to the Underdark.
Okay. As you begin moving towards the entrance to the Underdark, going in a similar direction toward to the treants, you see this large encampment in the distance. You see the sort of tents being set up. You see this. The only other way of explaining it would be to say it almost looks to be a construction site in some ways. These large sort of wooden frames, sort of that are being filled with boulders, and you see that these sort of frames have these wheels on them. It is strange.
Okay. I guess. Do I see any people? Figures?
You see quite a few figures. You see this in this large sort of expanse of tents, some circular, some sort of simply very primitive, some more decorated. You count a lot of different individuals, a lot of people you see on these strange wooden scaffolds. You see quite a few people sort of pulling on ropes, sort of. Some people you can see constructing these wooden platforms and scaffolds. You see quite a few treants who are also hauling boulders and sort of thumping them down and then walking back across the direction that you saw them come.
What race are the people?
The people you can't tell from this distance.
I'm gonna go closer to see if I can tell what the people are, but I'm gonna try and be sneaky.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
I'm gonna do shit. Oh, I got a 19.
Okay, as you begin sneaking off, you feel someone grab onto your shoulder, and Melon just sort of slowly shakes his head and points to a part of the mountain that seems to be able to get a decent look over and down in the
Oh, I will change my direction.
Alright. As he begins going with you and sort of looking over to the rest of the party, he says, "Right, this might be what we've been looking for. Let's get a look at what we're dealing with and, well, let's make a plan." As he goes with.
I've got a pretty good plan. I think our new friend should cast Fireball.
That sounds like an actually really good idea. But you don't know I can cast Fireball yet.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not. That's not. That isn't Cyril saying that. That's its feeling.
Is that metagaming?
I'm
Metagaming.
Seriously?
Alright, come on, lads.
Okay. Sorry, that was my brother
Wait.
being annoying and loud.
Shit, I forgot.
Why
Wait,
is my
we had a
mommy drunk?
fuck. Shit. Okay. I just realized you should have during that rest we had. I should have fucking. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Okay. Alright, all of you give me stealth checks real quick.
Do you want me to roll again, or is
No,
it like
you're fine.
good? Okay.
16.
17.
21.
Okay, so you guys are gonna laugh. I got a 7.
Okay. As you all begin following behind, you see Spencer sort of struggling, carrying the form of Naturalis. And you get the feeling he might have been seen. You're not really sure. You haven't heard raised voices yet, like you would assume. Sort of creeping up the side of this mountain, getting ever steeper and steeper. After about an hour's worth of attempting to get up, you get to a decent vantage point where you can look downwards towards what is happening, and you see that at the fronts of the finished type of towers, almost, you see these sort of large, elongated spikes at the front. You see that they're filled with boulders in a very crude fashion. You also see, looking down at some of the individuals on top of the tower, you see pretty humanoid-looking people. You see very fair-skinned individuals underneath their sort of hoods, and you get the impression that there's quite a few mixed races in this.
Know of the thingy I'm looking for.
Not particularly, no.
Okay, let's do that.
And sort of Malon, looking at all this, sort of looks back to the rest of the party and says, I don't think these are the people we are looking for, though. They might be looking for the same people we are, considering the fortifications that they are creating.
Who are you looking for?
We're looking for a group of people who have done very bad things.
I'm not sure. You're obviously looking for someone different to me.
That remains to be seen. There, I reckon so. Right. I say we observe what they are doing currently and try and plan. And I also advise that we give Naturalis a proper burial.
Kind of look
I
at
agree.
Hughes and then look at Naturalis and be like, ah.
I believe I could try and locate his homeland, given a little bit of time. If
That would be.
I'm simply hoping it is somewhat close.
Yes.
But for now, I think we should find a place to rest and plot our next move.
Right.
as Melon simply stands up, slightly looking around. He, turning his head, sort of, okay, that'll have to do then. As he quickly moves it over a bit to this sort of outcropping that looks like the start of a cave, but not massive. I advise that we rest and plan here, and in the morrow we can give Nethras a burial, and then we can look for our quarry, Dragonborn. If you would like to stay with us, or if you would like to go off on your own, that is your own decision, though be wary. There are devious minds in this area. And the Underdark is not a place one tackles on their own.
Would I know anything about the Underdark?
You know a bit. And if you want to give him an intelligence check, you can.
Would it be history?
Not really.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay, you know,
22.
you have, you remember studying the ecosystem and a lot about the environment of the Underdark at your previous place of learning.
I would like to sneak off and go do a thing.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
I'm gonna do an extra bad one, so. That's an amazing 10 right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you getting up when it gets a little bit darker, you looking around at the rest of the party, you simply throwing your hood up, begin moving forward, trying to keep quiet. Does anyone stop him?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You know, most of you take note, with the exception of Cyril.
Wait, what? Why?
Because you have
Why
a
do I
passive
not?
perception of 6.
True, yeah, true. That makes sense. Yeah.
Ow.
And he is technically still sneaking.
Ow.
Oh my god.
True.
I do be sneaking, but seriously, I'm sneaking badly. Damn.
As,
Dude, I'm like blind in one eye.
yeah.
Almost blind in the other.
As you sneak off, Spencer, Melon comes over to you saying, to locate his homeland, I would need a few of his hairs, if that is okay.
Alright.
As very gently he cuts off a few hairs of Naturalis's and
Be right back.
walks over decently far away from the rest of the party. And begins to look like he's working on something. If anyone would like to do anything, now would be the time before we go over to Tareth.
I would like to, I don't know, if I can observe the
Okay.
construction.
Construction? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you see it go quite late into the night. You see the treants still marching, even in the night, which is strange to you. You notice that the treants just a bit into the night, they finish their construction and it begins to be tied up as the treants now sort of root themselves in almost a cover for this construction site, almost. Okay.
Right.
Tereth, what are you doing?
Oh, that's. Oh, I just muted myself. I am going to go into the Underdark and find the person.
Okay.
I will check to see if I'm being followed, but will probably fail the check.
Alright. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception. Damn, it's a 12.
12. Okay. Looking around, you don't see anyone currently following you. As slinking into a small crack in the mountainside that you know marked by a few select flowers outside. You slink your way in, squeezing in, as you see the large slope that you know to be, well, the entrance to where you were going.
Right.
The cavernous cave sort of opening up as you descend. You see the stalactites and stalagmites that have been looking almost as if they have been carved into with strange patterns. But as you keep walking, you walk for what feels like hours, always going down, 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 down. And eventually you come across what you were looking for. The Underdark's familiar sounds and smells, the scuttling of creatures not seen, the luminescent glow of bioluminescent plants, this almost enchantingly beautiful darkness. As you continue walking, you coming across this very familiar stone engraved gate. As you walk up, and before you can even get close, it creaks open and you see a very familiar drow. He standing a bit decent bit shorter than you, standing at about 5'4"-ish. You see this not very long hair, only just coming down to roughly his lower jawbone, as he looks at you and says, "Well, I'm glad you're here. Though I apologize, the news is not what you would be hoping for. Though, we can get to that in a bit. Come here." As he goes over and gives you a hug.
I will hug him. And once we break off from the hug, I'll say, "You do know there's a racket going on your doorstep outside."
Yes, that is one of the things that we are dealing with, this group of racketeers. They are freeloading in our caverns, so to speak, being a right pain in the ass while doing it. They are this strange group. They came to the king with a proposition of different realms and infinite wisdom and all that shite. As you can expect from my father, he laughed in their faces and told them to fuck off. And, well, that went well. Ever the negotiator. Fucking barbarian. Anyway, we did not come here to speak with that. Walk with me. As he sort of parts from the gate, allowing you to walk in.
Yes,
And as you walk in, he simply with his shoulder, with a surprising show of strength, honestly, closes the sort of carved door. As immediately you see the familiar look of large cavern with different purples and blues of glowing, luminescent fungus that you can just make out. Not glowing brightly, but not enough to illuminate the entire cavern, no way. As the darkness is significant, and even with, well, I'm assuming dark vision, I hope so.
I don't think I do.
No, I don't think he does have dark vision.
I'm pretty sure to get the spell though. Let me just double check.
Oh. Or you'd have to cast it then.
Mm.
If I didn't take it, I would have cast it. Let's just see if you have dark vision or not.
Would be in features and traits.
Oh. If I don't have it, I cast it.
You do not have dark vision, so I'm assuming you are casting light.
Sure.
Is that the right spell? 20-foot radius, dim light. Yep. Okay.
I'll make it extra dim so I don't blind.
Yes. So he somewhat winces at the light, but still sort of is somewhat used to it. Sort of as he begins walking, going down this path in between the two sort of large, sort of glowing fungus, he begins saying, well, tensions between the island have grown even worse, believe it or not. It,
Ow.
well, we've had a few attacks. They seem to be testing our borders.
That sounds like my god.
I believe they may try and attack. Fools. They, from what our spies have been able to tell, well, from what our spies have been able to tell when we sent them over, they've managed to make themselves a sustainable food source at least, and, well, their entire culture seems to be shifting. The damage being done to what the island once was is well, immense.
Hopefully one day soon I can.
Yes.
I don't know.
Hopefully we can try and restore order to it, though my father would sooner have them killed for their treachery than help them. And I do not have as much power over the military actions, not anymore.
Oh, what happened to your power?
My father has grown weary, and is concerned that my friendship with you will impair my judgment, as he says, in a time of war. If I'm honest, I think he's a bit too into this war thing and not too much into the peacemaking side of things. His time is limited, and I know that. I just simply have to be patient. But I do not believe it is wise for you to sneak off to see, well, to see your beloved. Not now, at least. They are beginning to be a lot more wary about spies. And, well, many of our spies have been killed, and I'd imagine that they, well, I don't imagine they would be too kind to you. Though I did call you to tell you of this new development. I also did to ask a favor.
What is it?
We are spread incredibly thin as it is, and I'm aware of your talents. And I was hoping that you could lend aid in our current predicament, as we are pressed from two sides.
Yeah, I will help.
These, well, I suppose cultists would be the right word. They are pressuring. They've not done anything violent yet, but we believe they're giving up. They move in day, and that is something that we cannot. We cannot. Our spies have moved out at night and know that something is happening with the Ents.
Yes, I was just out there now.
Yes,
I came across a group of people who I travelled here with, and we saw them.
Yes.
The ants looked. I don't know. Why would the ants help the humans? They're often impartial. I don't know if I know that.
You would know that. I believe that it is not of their own choice. It doesn't seem like the decisions an Ent would make. Especially not with their wisest being closest to the mountain.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it has been done. We are not exactly one with nature down here.
Yes. On the way here I saw a few, there was a party of people who I travelled the end of the way with. One of them seemed to know a bit about nature. I could ask them.
Yes, that would be of great use. I trust your judgment, and I believe you will make the right choice. And if you believe that this party could help us, then I'm sure we could reward in whatever way we can.
They seemed to be looking for some, I don't know, they said they had some sort of mission to find something, and then when we saw the Ents, they said that might be them. Well, the party of people. I'm not really sure what
It might be that
goals are.
if it is a stroke of luck, then they are searching for the same ones who plague us, but that is not to be sure. They came to us with riding atop these disgusting bulbous creatures, these pulsating masses. Disgusting things, honestly.
You know, know where they came from, roughly? Like,
Not
direction?
completely. We have sent out scouts, though some have not returned, and some have, well, found nothing. We know that they are on our doorstep, that much is clear, but there are some that seem to have just vanished. And some that seem to be still in the area, but well hidden, which, from our eyes, is a feat.
Yes, definitely. Well, hopefully we can find them.
I would be forever
Do you
in
think
your
there
quest.
will be an attack from...
The island?
What's the name of the continent?
Refer to it as the island for now, at least.
From the island.
In case. Well, we do not know. I have not been as active in the military efforts as I've told you. My father believes you to be a weakness of mine, though I believe you a strength.
Thank you.
I do know that they have been growing bolder, and so I would say it would be not long, so to speak, though. It has been, what, 5 years now. Anyway, I would not want to keep you too long, and I know your eyes are not best suited for down here.
Thank you. I'm sorry about the light.
It is fine, it is. I should be used to it by now, but not. Anyway, I bid you safe travels and pray that you can help. I,
Hopefully I can.
of course,
Do
would
my
be
best.
forever more in your debt for it. Though, you still do owe me for saving your life.
Yeah. Hopefully soon I will be able to repay those debts.
This is fine. I will not hold you to any debt. I'm not my father, after all. Now, run along, little dragon. My father is expecting me. As he flashes you a smile and begins walking towards this large, in the distance, this vague shadow to you, in the shape of something. You do know, however, that it is the main residence of their people.
Would his father be there, or like in like a throne room?
You would know that if he was likely going towards his father, meaning the throne room. You have met his father
okay.
multiple times, though
Yeah.
as of recent, his father, you have not spoken with him, being wary of the Dragonborn.
Yeah. Okay. I will go to the throne room and find his father.
Oh, are you going to speak with his father?
Oh, I thought he just said my father was awaiting you.
No, he says, my father is expecting me.
Oh, I thought he said you.
No.
I will go back to the party.
Okay. Travelling up, you see it looks very late, and we shall take a quick cut back to the rest of the party. Spencer, after a few hours of what seems to be a very slow and monotonous ritual, Malon, opening his eyes, simply looks down, muttering a few words in Elvish. He stands up and says, "There is an elven kingdom in the High Forest. Not a kingdom, really, but a city, at least. An old one. And Naturalis is from there. There we can return his body and give it to the proper elven customs. I must apologize, however, for my reaction earlier. I focused on remaining safe and keeping the rest of you alive and not wasting any more life.
Yes, I understand.
Yes,
Thank you for doing this.
it is fine. I am very willing to aid in the customs for your fallen friend. I did not know him very well, but well, any elven brother of mine deserves the best customs I can offer. Though I believe I'll have to apologize to the she-elf, and if she does forgive me, I believe she'll give me some form of shit-eating grin. Anyway. You have had a long day, and I believe you should get some rest. I will cover the watch. And I am sorry for the loss. I should have done more to prevent it.
I don't think there was anything to do.
Maybe, but I suppose that's why it is difficult then.
Yeah.
I apologize for this. I know that if you people had not been dragged along by me, he would still be alive. Get some rest.
Right. Yes.
As he sort of sits at the entrance to the indentation into the mountain. Alright, who is resting?
I might stay up until, what's John's character's name?
Tedith.
Tara
And
comes
they-
back.
I don't think I specifically said.
No, he did not say his name. Not yet.
No, I didn't say I would be back.
Oh.
Did I?
No, you did not say you were back. You simply left.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, I'll stay up a little bit longer.
Alright, as you sort of staying up, sort of looking out at... Oh?
Wait, there isn't anything else we could really do other than rest, is there? Like-
Not really. At the moment.
Yeah, okay, I'll just rest then.
Okay. What is Mistral doing?
I'd say she's kind of lying down somewhere, not sleeping yet, just yeah.
As you all lie there, those of you who are sleeping, and those of you who are staying awake, as ever so quietly but still audible, you hear this sound of flute playing, this calming melody.
I'll get up and see where it's coming from.
You look, rising up, looking around, Bolly sort of planted somewhere near you. You look about to see Mullon sitting cross-legged, looking out, playing the flute. This calming melody that just, well, it seems like he's had a lot of practice playing. As those of you who are still awake, Tereth, as you're walking back, sort of keeping low, you again as well hear this playing as it seems to come to a calm stop. towards the end of the song, as a bit away you see Malom sat looking out across the trees and the sky. As rather quietly you hear, I did not think you would return.
Oh, is that John?
He's muted to his...
I'm muted.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Your worst enemy in this campaign has been the fucking mute button.
No, it's my brother and my mom.
Yay!
Exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
I went and spoke to some friends in the Underdark. Apparently, I'll relate the information that he told me about the people.
They came to your acquaintance with promises of different realms, you say?
Yeah.
These are certainly the people we are looking for.
Playing Minecraft, that's why.
Well, and your acquaintance asks for our help. I believe we have mutually aligned goals, Dragonborn. Though I will say, as he's sort of looking at you, sort of around him now seeming a bit darker, and around you seeming a bit darker, as he says, if you double cross or attempt to attack or betray, well, I don't think I'll have to explain. I advise you get some rest. If you wish, we are briefly going to an elven city to lay our companion to rest, and then we will return here and try to find out more about these nuisances that your acquaintance has.
Yes, that sounds okay.
Good.
There.
Alright. All of you can have a long rest.
Okay, that doesn't really do much for me. I already got all my stuff back on the short rest.
Yep.
I mean, Meredith's right.
Alright.
That's so mean.
As John's mum would say, it's not rude if it's true.
Alright. As all of you rest, day begins to come. And those of you who awake do. all briefly having some food as to wake yourselves up. Malon still sitting in the same place. His flute in his lap, still looking off.
Alright, I'll bite. Because you mentioned the food a lot, so let's see where this leads. I'm gonna wake up, big stretch, and kind of walk over to where Milan is. And then, like, not really sitting down because I'm still kind of angry. Just be like, I don't know, you could play the flutes.
Oh. Well, I learnt when I was young. It is calming. Today, we hopefully soon will be off to Naturalis' homeland to deliver his body with elven custom.
Is that what you were doing last night?
Yes.
I thought you wanted to kind of get in, do the mission, get out.
I wished to make sure we survived that area. I did not mean to come across that I was trying to get this over and done with. It will take time, I know that. Rushing it would do naught but get us all killed.
Okay, now I feel bad. I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions there.
It is fine. I am used to the hatred. It is completely fine.
I'm gonna sit down next to him. You wanna talk about it?
Are we there, then, are we?
That a no. Should I give you a pop quiz on flute players instead?
You're smart. I believe you could piece it together from what we learned at the previous Elven City we're at. I'm intrigued to what conclusions you come to.
Well, anyone with eyes can kind of see that's not really well respected
Mm-hmm.
there. And then whole, it's okay, I'm used to being hated kind of thing. I say this making robotic actions as if I'm mimicking him. But I don't exactly know why. If you don't want to say that's cool and everything.
That is the question, isn't it?
Wait, do you not know why either?
As he begins getting up, saying, I believe we have a funeral to attend. Got anything in black?
Does my soul count? Edgy humor. No, I don't. It's mostly just this one outfit.
Until I thought you were classy.
That is you on you, okay? I never insinuated that I was classy. Gonna help me up?
When you are in the situations that I have been in, you begin to spot those who have had a better upbringing than the rest. Don't try to fool me. As he extends his hand rather daintily.
I grab it and use it to help stand up. What do you mean better upbringing per se. I don't remember sharing anything along those lines.
You don't need to.
Or do I just have it tattooed across my forehead? Probably get
Practically.
that checked out.
Yes, you should. Maybe take some acting lessons.
Okay, Mr. Big Guy.
Mr. Big
I
Guy.
came here.
Yes. The elf.
Well, you're taller than me. Okay, you're a Mr. Big Guy to
That's
me.
that's not exactly an achievement, now is it? Now, come on. Let's wake up the rest of them. Well, actually, no one. But no. Should we give them a bit extra time to sleep? Or...
Well, they've had a hard time. I
Yes.
think let's let them wake up naturally.
Then fair enough. Okay, and who wakes up next?
I think I'd probably wake up kind of early.
Okay. You wake up, a little bit groggy, shake it off. Standing up, you've gotten somewhat used to sleeping in slightly less lavish conditions, though on the floor on a bedroll has to be one of the worst. You see the two elves of the group seemingly chatting, just looking off.
I will go and join them. Kind of, not like rudely, but like, yeah. And I'm gonna ask the other elf.
Gotta be a little bit more
Minstrel.
specific.
I'm gonna ask them, not Mistral,
So Malon.
Malon. I
Mhm.
forgot his name. What are your plans for now?
Well, we wait for the rest of them to awake. We will lay our comrade to rest, and then we will return here, find out a little bit more about what is going down at the base of the mountain, and possibly, if we can, search where does your allies know where their foe lie, or...
I think my allies know quite a lot, but they're not doing so well. They might need some mercenaries in the future.
That is somewhat troubling, though it should be fine. So, what else is there we need to know about your allies?
Don't really know. They're well, I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure there's much you need to know specifically.
Of course.
They're the. I don't know.
Well, they are in the Underdark, so that rules out rather a few races, now doesn't it? He sort of glances over at you, Mistral, and sort of... So, what races have enough of a established hierarchy that they could stave off or warrant anything like this, as he sort of gestures over to the large pillars and frameworks of stone. If I had to wager, this would be either the... well, the Dark or Dwarves or the Dark Elves, so to speak. Drow or Dwarves.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo? I don't know what to say.
And here I was
Can
hoping
I-
your, well, detective skills, or maybe apparently that lack thereof, would have helped.
Can I make a roll?
Go ahead.
Which one?
Either insight or intelligence.
What is the relationship between elves and drow? I'm guessing it's bad.
It's not really spoken of.
I got a 17.
You got a 17. Okay, in what? Intelligence or insight?
Inside.
Okay. Looking at Tereth, you gather that you'd imagine that the amount of dirt that is on him would be greater if he were in the coast with dwarves, as their keeps in mountains are often... Well, firstly, the dwarves are often in rather grandiose keeps that go into the mountains, if they are mountain dwarves. And also, he doesn't seem to have been in the company of dwarves, as if whether you were awake or not for when he arrived is a question, but he doesn't seem to have taken as much time as if he were with dwarves.
Wasn't drunk.
So what I'm hearing is the answer is drows.
That would explain some things, and I've not heard anything of dwarves in these mountains.
I apologize for my delayed answer. I'm just, just woke up, so I'm feeling a little drowsy.
No. No. No.
Thank you, I appreciate you.
He just sort of closes his eyes slightly. I have no words for that.
It's a joke. You're supposed to laugh when people make jokes.
I thought jokes were... Oh, what is the word? I can't remember the word in common. Ah, yes, funny. He simply looks at you, a sort of a bit of a smug smile sort of slowly creeping across his face.
Well, what I have to say about that is I think you're pretty... Oh gosh, what's the word in common? And then I just, say it like a mildly offensive us at him in Elvish. You can pick which one, 'cause
Okay.
I don't want to swear out loud.
He simply raises an eyebrow and says, well, shall we wake up everyone else before this becomes a fist fight?
Don't laugh. I'm being mean. I'm being intimidating. Don't laugh when I'm being intimidating.
Well, say you did get it right. How are your views on the drow?
So what you're telling us is that we did get it right.
No.
Sorry.
And personally, the outcast, I, well, have no objection. They've done what they needed to survive, and I have never properly encountered many.
Wow.
No, I think it is late enough. I believe we should wake our cohorts before it becomes noon. As he gently wakes the rest of you up.
Oh, so it wasn't a nightmare.
As he says, sadly not. And in what I'm assuming you don't know Elvish, but those of you who do understand Elvish, he simply says my friend after, so sadly not my friend.
It was more like a half smile.
Now, we have had a bit of news. We have what seems to be shared interests with some under the mountain for
Oh.
our quarry, which, pardon the pun,
Oh god.
well, it is useful to an extent. Now, I believe we should make our way to the Elven city at some point.
Yes. Yes.
Shortly before his body runs its course.
Yes. All right. If anyone would like to talk or say anything, that now would be the time.
I might go and watch the camp a bit more. I didn't know your friend.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's right if I'm there.
Give a stealth check, unless you're just walking over.
Come down there. No, I'm gonna stealth over. I don't need to fuck.
Okay.
Even though, with my 13, that's probably gonna happen anyway. Do I get fucked?
Okay. As you peer over the edge, sort of looking down, you see the pillars have been finished and are sort of very... Some of them moved to the side to almost allow entrance and exit into this large sort of cavernous entrance into the side of the mountain. You see what seems to be a bit of a smaller camp, and you see a lot of humanoid shapes sort of taking things into this area.
I'm just gonna like watch and try and work out what they're.
Okay, after staying there and watching for a bit, you notice that they are, in fact, seemingly packing up those tents that they were in. You see a good few treants sort of carrying some of the larger sort of pieces of tent. Sort of lumbering their way in very clumsy footsteps.
Can I tell where they're going?
You can tell that they are entering into the mountain.
Oh fuck. Are they going through the entrance I used?
No.
I am going to go through and go find my person and see what's happening. See, like, if they're doing anything.
Are you going to try and see what the people are doing, or are you going to go straight to,
I may
the
have
prince?
a look, but I'm not gonna, like, detour too much. So.
Are you not going to tell, the others what you do see?
Huh?
Are you not going to tell the others who are behind you what you see?
What are you talking about, like?
With the people packing up in the treants?
Yeah, tell, wait, which others are you talking about? You're talking about,
The fucking party!
Okay, I thought they'd gone.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay, if
But
they're
only-
still there, I'll tell them.
Yeah. They're just like, they seem to be getting ready to.
Oh, I thought they'd already left.
No. Go ahead and...
It seems like they're moving into the mountain.
And I'm assuming this has gravity? They could be moving as they finish whatever they were building.
Yes. It looks like they may be going to attack the drow.
As he sort of begins walking over, peering over the edge, he says, "They're packing up their forward base, though. Doesn't that seem odd?
It is.
Why would
I
you
don't
pack up your
know.
forward base before you attacked?
I don't know.
A forward base would be to prepare your army. That
No, it looks like
something's
they're moving into
not
the
right.
mountain.
Yes, and that could be for something else. We're not. Don't assume attack. If you will, then tail behind them whilst we are
There.
busy. But
My friends have been saying that that they have hidden forces that even the drow can't see.
that is troubling, as the drow are completely acclimated to the dark.
Yeah.
Mm.
But they have been moving by day.
Yes, but in the dark, the day does not matter, so it comes down to they cannot see them outside, sure, but so what could they have been doing by day? We'll have to... Currently, I would say if you would like, trail behind them, but don't get too forward.
I might go and see what they're doing.
Okay, well, we have someone to lay to rest and cannot join you in that, not yet.
Okay.
Alright.
I will come and find you later.
Yes, we
How long do you think you'll take?
possibly an hour and a half. And then we will arrive and we'll meet in this place in an hour and a half, yes?
Okay. Yes, that seems fair.
Okay. I suppose I should say stay safe and try not to get caught.
You too.
As he he parts with you and moves over to the rest, relaying the same information and saying that now is the time that they must head to the Elven city.
Yes.
Right. As you all begin scaling your way down the mountain towards the tree line, Malon sort of speaks up, looking back at you, saying, "I have been to this place, and I have sent a message to an acquaintance of mine to, well, ready a ceremony. So, hopefully this should not take us as much time as simply dropping in on them, so to speak."
That was to me, right?
That was to everyone else.
Okay. Fair enough.
You are currently off doing what you are doing, which I will get to in a second. As the same motion of opening the tree, you will see ahead of you through the tree is more trees. As walking through,
Wow, straight like trees.
you again this feel of light around you, though not being able to see much. As looking around, you see rather high up in these massive, massive trees, much larger than the others that you had seen previously. These trees towering high, these thick, massive trees, sort of in between a lot of them, these sort of almost straight, almost wires, though much more natural looking, almost like vines. This large, hanging sort of congregation of different architecture. It's sort of multiple different points, this almost palace looking wooden structure suspended by these trees. It is a sight to behold. As these sort of rays of sunlight coming from behind it, sort of illuminating it more as this sort of white and light brown wood is just practically glowing, and along the ground you see elks, you see the occasional bear, you see birds, rabbits, lots and lots and lots of wildlife. As you also see coming towards you a group of elven people, all dressed the same in this sort of brown and golden robes. As Manon sort of gestures sort of towards you, Spencer, saying, "They will carry him, if that is okay."
Yes. Yes.
As they, holding him very, very gently, almost as if he's floating, they begin walking this into the forest, all of you following behind, sort of the forest practically parting for you as you walk, and you come to this place with trees binding around themselves to make an archway, and another archway is walking down. You see this decently large crisscrossed pattern of immaculate wood with a silken blanket laying over the top. You see birds, wildlife all over, as he is laid atop this, after a brief moment of silence, this chorus of, in Elven, what is essentially a song of the last rites, nearly, and a song of life, a song of death, and a song of renewal. It's practically enchanting, and all of the wildlife practically stops and waits for it all. It almost feels like time is frozen. As the sunlight that was cascading through this almost netted overhead of different branches, now almost clearer around the peaceful looking body of Naturalis. Does anyone have any words?
Rory just kind of stands there looking sadly down.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry this happened. Sorry for what I've done. Peace.
And Melon, sort of looking towards the body, sort of begins very, very, very quietly, sort of saying in Elvish, "From nature you are born, and unto nature you will be again. It is not the end, but for you, as I know you will watch over your friends, as the warm breeze in the air, as the wildlife, as all that is natural, forever." And as the song, this chorus of different voices, continues, the body of Naturalis, engulfed in the sunlight, begins to glow, this white light. At first it is dim, but it builds, and after a few minutes of this white, golden light, a gust of wind, ever so gentle, begins to blow away this fine, dusted, golden powder, until what is left but immaculate wood and a silken blanket. As you all stand there, you have a feeling of warmth and a feeling of encompassing, not relief, but well, it's a feeling of warmth and a feeling of kindness, and it just feels natural. Okay. We are going to move over to Terith now. Terith. You are now standing alone on the side of the mountain, looking down slightly at where these Ents and people are going. What do you do?
I am gonna kind of try and follow them and work out exactly what they're doing.
Okay, are you trying to be sneaky about this?
I am.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Elf, I got a 4.
Alright, you enter
I know it
in
gets
through
better
one of the
every
many
time.
ways into the mountain that you were shown by the prince when you were not too long ago, but you were a bit younger. When you were recovering from what had happened. you make it in, sort of knowing which cavern the Ents were entering. You begin trying to creep. But as you begin walking, you sort of peering around, you see not a lot. Your eyesight being not really good enough to see much. You know whereabouts they are and you can navigate, but as it gets darker and darker, you can't see.
Okay, I am gonna leave and go find my boy.
Okay. As you make your way towards the area that you are, well, rather well familiar with, and you make your way towards the familiar stone gateway of the entrance in, and what do you do?
I am going to look for what's his name? My boy.
Yes. As
Where is that your name?
no.
No.
As opening the gateway, you enter in again. Are you using light?
If there are no weird people nearby, yeah.
Okay. As you begin to search, you remembering the places that you used to sit down together and before you left to adventure and better yourself, you find the Drow Prince sitting underneath a large, encompassing, glowing purple fungus.
I will walk up and say hi, I guess.
Oh, I was not expecting you back so soon. Come, sit and could you dim the light slightly?
I will dim it.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure light is like you make something glow, right?
It's like a 20-foot radius of bright and then a 20-foot radius of dim.
Yeah, but does it make something glow?
Does it make something glow? Oh, it makes something glow, yes, but...
Okay, I'll like put like a blanket over the thing.
Okay.
Like my cloak or my bedroll.
Well, you can like, dim it yourself. I'll allow that.
I'll do that then.
It's your magic.
I'll leave it so it's dim. And I'll make it even dimmer with a blanket. Like, I'll make it very dim.
Okay. Right, thank you. What is it?
Well, they had something to attend to, and I was wondering why the Ents and people were moving inside the mountain.
They... Oh, what? The Ents are coming inside?
Was it the Ents, or just the people?
Yes, it was.
Yes. With the people, with tents, they're carrying in a lot of stuff.
Right, that is worrying, but I'll inform my father about that, though. It's strange.
Spies. Be surprised if his spies haven't already let him know.
I'm sure they have, but it doesn't hurt. It is...
I don't know why they would... Yeah.
No, they're not hostile. Not at the moment. They haven't been, though. we assume that they have taken out a few of our scouts that we have sent out, but as of current, they haven't done anything that is a complete encroachment on our territory, though they do seem to be pressuring us slightly. But it is strange. What could have happened that would have caused an action like this?
Why would they remove their main base and bring it inside your land, essentially? That's what I'm wondering about.
It could be that that was merely a... Wait. What if that wasn't their main base? What if that was just a distraction?
Maybe, but there were a lot of them there. They can spend that much stuff on a distraction, then I
Well,
dread to
all
see
there
their main
was a
base,
bunch of tents, wasn't there?
I guess.
And what was this that the treants were creating? They were using them for something, yes, that is what our spies told me, at least.
I think it was like a trebuchet, right?
It was like a large framework, almost like a movable wall, almost, with sort of spikes and things at the front.
Some sort of wall.
A wall? Well, they
I
can't...
don't know.
That's not feasible unless they're trying to block out exits, but they must know that there are multiple exits and entrances in...
Yeah, I mean, there are hundreds of exits and entrances. Unless... nah. Couldn't be true.
What?
It's just a thought, it wouldn't... if they were somehow in alliance with the Dragonborns, then they could pin from two sides. But that couldn't happen.
No, that's... That is... Well, I'm sure my father has already considered that and likely believes that. His disliking of the Dragonborn is getting a tad bit worse. Of course, I have reminded him that you are living proof that the Dragonborn are not completely evil, but it also proves that they have turned on their own kind. Which my father pays a lot more attention to than you.
Hopefully one day I can go back.
Yes.
I just need...
Hopefully one day we can be at peace and... Well, I suppose you're... Well... You would finally find out what happened to your father.
Yeah. Guessing he's... Well, you sure I know what happened?
Well,
Nice to know, but...
yes. Well,
yeah.
if it's anything, I miss the days where we weren't at war and we were just skiving off to sit under the mushrooms and whatever. And watching you be sweet on her. God.
I'm gonna laugh and then just look really, really big sad.
I know. It's the feeling you wish to turn back the clock, right?
Hopefully one day it'll be right again.
Yes. Well, that was our promise, wasn't it? That we'd return things how they used to be.
Yeah. We have to wait. I need the power to look down.
Well,
Maybe one...
you're well on your way, and hey, you said you found some travellers. Maybe they could help.
Maybe when you're king, I can do it. Smile.
Well, I'm not the only one here who is in line, so to speak.
Yeah.
Once you kick that son of a bitch off his, I suppose we'll both be king.
Well, that'll be something to look forward to.
Of course. Remember when the guards used to be so annoyed that we'd sneak off?
Yeah.
I remember when my father... well, he was a bit more light-hearted at the time, but... he kept trying to make it so the guards could follow me, but... well...
Yeah, you will. Right. Maybe. Yeah. Hopefully one day we'll be back. Well,
yes,
not back to normal, but
a semblance of normal.
a semblance of.
How things once were.
Better than things once were.
Well... I suppose we both have a lot to live up to.
Yeah, we do.
Well... I'll need to inform my father of this if he does not already know.
Yeah, I will. I need to go and meet these people again.
Of course.
Hopefully.
Hey, you could always introduce me. Could always use more excitement around here. Yeah, that gets boring.
Yeah. Wait, how long's gone past?
It takes a while to get to the Underdark. You have a pretty quick way of doing it, as you... I've spent a bit of time down there, but yeah.
Has it been the hour and a half?
It's getting a bit close.
Is there time for him to inform his farmer and then we'll go together?
Ask.
How long do you think it would take to inform?
That depends whether he's in council. Why?
Just I need to get back to them.
Oh, of course.
But
You go. It's daylight anyway. I'd not be any use.
oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I will see you probably quite soon.
Of course. Take care, and hey, don't die.
You too. And I will slip back out into
Okay.
the
Alright.
people place.
For the sake of brevity, we'll say that you make it in time to meet up with the rest of them. All of them looking somewhat somber, but also somewhat relieved.
We back.
Yay! You both back. Actually, just a meta thing.
Mm-hmm.
None of you asked the elves about what was happening. You all very stupid. I'm done now.
Malon did sort of explain the brief parts of it. To
So
them.
the elves didn't know anything about it.
What, the elves of the woods?
Yeah.
Oh, no, nobody asked them.
Because you're all stupid.
Yeah, 'cause you're fucking stupid.
Okay.
Okay. You are all reunited.
Did you
Um,
ask the elves about what's happening?
No, we did not. Though,
Stupid. No,
shut
I
up.
won't
No, though I fear we should have. The treants acting the way they are would certainly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
considering where we
you
were, actually. That would have been useful, but it is
You
too
look
late
like
now.
you know something about nature.
Yes.
Do Do you know anything about what's happened to the Treants? Why would they
I
ally?
fear it is not of their own fruition.
I did say Spencer, but okay.
Oh, fucking! You were in conversation with Malon. You did not say Spencer on my.
I did say Spencer.
Did you?
I
Okay,
said,
I do
"Do you know anything
apologise.
about
Well, you
them,
asked both the
Spencer?"
druids now, because there were 3 druids on the team before Naturalis died.
Oh, it's Malon and Druid.
Yeah,
Oh.
he literally
I
cast
didn't know.
Entangle on you earlier.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. I just haven't seen him turn into a bear and go, bruh.
Turns into a bear, bruh. Anyway,
Instantaneous.
Bear
turns out.
noises.
anyway, go ahead and
Bad
have that interaction.
gestures.
Have that interaction with Spencer.
I'm gonna turn to Spencer and ask, do you know anything about what's happening? You seem to be the type who would know a bit about nature.
I don't know a lot, but all I can say, I'm here to find out. In a way.
Well, do you guys have anything you want to do? Now they seem to have moved within the cave. I spoke to my friend and he said maybe it isn't their main attacking force. That's the only reason we could think of why they'd be moving. There's got to be a good reason. I can't see in the dark, so I couldn't see what was happening without alerting them.
A friend of the drow who can't see in the dark. That is odd, but
Rather unfortunate.
well. Anyway, I believe we should have some recon, so to speak. We need to find out who these people are.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, yes.
Though I am open to ideas.
That seems like the best idea. Now. I'm not sure what's happening. It's an odd occurrence. Definitely. Are these the people you were talking about before that you were looking for?
That is uncertain for now, though it does seem it.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll find out.
Yes, yes.
Why were you looking for these people? Again, if you don't mind me asking.
They have... My organization is one that tries to stop those of ill intent on traveling the realms. This group has managed to send some of their agents to another realm. We are attempting to find whatever realm they went to and put an end to them before they do too much damage.
And you think this may be related?
Well, this is the only lead we have as to find out anything about them.
Okay. Well, personally I don't know much, but while we have mutual interests, I'll be happy to help you.
Of course. Well, if any of you have any ideas for how we can spy, so to speak, on these individuals, I'm open for a suggestion.
I suppose we can send a few into the after them where they left.
Yes, but that would be open for an ambush. And if the Drow believe us to be part of them, we may be fighting two forces that we do not mean to be.
The
I
Drow
have-
haven't logged into combat yet. At the moment, it's just they just see them as a threat, but they're not hostile.
Well, that is useful. What was that you were going to say, Mistral?
I have a little invisible helper that could help.
Yes, that could help.
Very interesting. What is it?
Just a dead person spirit that kind of hangs around. I can call on for about an hour or so.
Very interesting.
Yes.
I think they'd be able to do much, though, but if we're just there to really collect information, it'd be quite useful.
That is why we need to go there.
I can cast invisibility.
Wow, the spell from D&D?
Yes.
Well, I've
D&D.
never
Hmm.
even cast them. Alright. Well, if your ghost friend can help, it may be easier than us going in there.
Yes, I can transform myself into an animal to try to blend in.
I can't cast any useful spells. I don't think.
I mean, I'm good at
Spencer.
sneaking, but
Would you be able to also? I know you are of druidic faith.
I can try.
Turn into a swarm of rats.
I just go in there, instantaneously become like
I mean, a rat wouldn't be out of place in a cave.
no, but
Yeah,
like
no, I know.
you,
You
you
should.
just turn into a dinosaur again. Yeah, or
Yeah,
like a
turn
fire,
into an Allosaurus.
like just a fire elemental.
I don't think that's a beast, John.
Can fish turn into fire elementals?
I don't think they're a beast, John.
I wouldn't know.
I'm pretty sure you mentioned air and elemental once, but that might have been.
I can neither confirm nor deny. Anyway.
Yes, I can try to
Well,
become something of use.
well then.
I mean, as I said, I do have a spell that can make people invisible. Surely.
How
that'd
far
be
can you
best
send
for this.
your invisible helper, Mister?
Wait, hello. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. We're just
Oh.
ignoring you.
Yeah.
60 feet.
That would
How about
require you
you-
coming with us, wouldn't it?
It was.
How long does your invisibility last, Cyril?
I believe it might be an hour.
And how many people would you be able to turn invisible?
Well, if I cast it multiple times, wait, no, I can only make I can make two people invisible. Yes.
Is invisibility a concentration spell? It is. So, I don't think you can cast it twice, because I believe you have to be concentrating on it.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Though
Yeah,
I
I
believe
realised
you
that.
get... it's a third
Yeah, I
level
know,
spell, so I believe you get a one additional target.
Yeah, I know. I realized that halfway through when I was
High levels
saying
when you
it.
cast a spell using spell of third level high, you can target one
And,
additional
like,
creature
yeah,
for each
exactly.
spell slot above level 2. So yes, you can make 2
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
Okay.
That's why I was saying I can do 2.
Just making sure. Shush.
I also have invisibility. I just realized. I have a bunch of spells I didn't write down.
D&D Beyond, everybody.
I can cast it.
Be right back. 1 second.
Wait, how many times can you cast it?
It is... where is that on your spell list?
Third. No.
You've
Second.
got Shatter on your second.
You're gonna have to reload. I just added it.
Ah.
Well, I just realized I was missing a spell,
Ah, okay.
and then I was like,
Right, so you could do it for 1 person or 2 people if you...
it's concentration, right?
Yes, it is concentration.
If they leave like my sight, can I still keep them invisible? Right?
You're concentrating on the spell, not necessarily them, I would say.
Also, as soon as they turn invisible, they leave your sight.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I will. Yeah, I can cast invisibility on 2 people or 1 person if you need it. I can't see in the dark, so it may be better if I stay out here.
Hello, I'm back.
Hey, I can cast invisibility.
Okay.
Well, that would mean that we can all come with Sarah making Mistral invisible and what is your name again? I do apologize.
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
I feel it is rather rude calling you Dragonborn.
Yes. I've forgotten how to pronounce my name. Tessa. I don't know how to read, so I can't pronounce my name.
Tereth.
Tereth. Sorry. I forgot.
One moment, I forgot my name. Hey, Felix, you're right about that. You can't play characters smarter than yourself.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I mean, I would say I am probably.
What is your character's intelligence again?
Uh,
Oh, wait, no, that's wisdom.
14.
No, it's decent.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, your wisdom is your worst. But...
What's his wisdom?
Oh, you'll have to find out. Well, it's...
He already knows my wisdom.
Yeah, it's not worse than yours.
Well, it can't be worse than mine. 3 is the minimum.
Yeah, Rory is still Aarakocra. He's called her Rory. Him. It. Sorry. Fucking pronouns.
Well, mostly
He used to call
I
you
have
guys by
heard.
your races. And now he has started calling you by his names now that he's learnt them. Anyway.
Who here can see in the dark?
The only 2 who cannot, I believe, would be Rory and yourself, kind of.
So.
Correct me if I'm
Me,
wrong,
Rory.
though. Features and traits.
I can't. I don't think at least. I didn't see it.
Oh. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's me.
Spencer, features and traits.
yeah, it's there.
Okay, so you can... Cyril, I'm assuming yes. Dark vision. Yep. And I know Rory does not. No. Okay. So, if my understanding of your race is correct, I believe that only 2 of you will have the problem of not being able to see.
Okay, so that leaves 3 people. So if I cast it on 2 of you, and I didn't catch your name.
You need to ask, like, which one are you talking to?
Cyril.
Wait, sorry, what did you say?
He doesn't know your name.
Catch your name.
My name is Cyril.
If you cast it on 1, and that leaves you with spells in case you get into a fight.
Yes, yes I will. Who should I cast on?
Well, yours is more likely to break than mine again. So if I cast it on, actually, yeah, no. If you cast it on yourself, I guess.
You can cast it
Well,
on
I can
yourself
cast it
and
on 2
another
people.
person. You can both
Yeah,
cast
but
it on
I
2
can
people.
cast it on. Yeah, but there's only 3 people going to the cave. No, there's 4 people going into the cave.
Melon can turn into an animal so he can get in. Fisker said he would go. Fisker? Who the fuck is Fisker? Spencer said he can transform into an animal, so he's also going to go into the cave like that.
So it's just Felix and
So, and
Mistral.
Mistral, and if Rory is coming, then Rory, which, yes.
Wait, can Rory see in the dark?
No.
Are you going into the cave?
Wait, is there anyone staying out of the cave?
Yeah, me.
Okay. Well, I guess there's not really any point if I can't see.
You're just gonna be tripping over.
Yeah, so I guess I'll stay out.
Right, nice. In that case,
I have an idea. Come here. As he sort of walks over to the both of you. There is a way that you can see, though. As he, taking out a few things from his sort of satchel,
Nice.
small satchel, he's sort of palming what looks like a fine dust, grinds it with his sort of what looks to be just his knuckles, and really quickly spring in a sort of practically throwing it at your eyes as you blink, as it starts to sting slightly, and then you sort of your eyes sight just sort of comes in and out of focus a bit, and then stays in focus.
nice.
You
We have
both now have 25 feet of dark vision.
How long does it last?
Ooh.
You do not know.
I was thinking that otherwise, but okay. I will
Meta-wise, an hour.
then cast invisibility on me and Rory.
Alright. So, I suppose...
Can I just like while that was happening, sorry to interrupt, with the whole powder thing, is it okay if I could like walk up as well and just kind of be like, so there was a complication in my past and I can't see in the dark because of it. Do you think I could also please have some of that magic powder?
give me the check that is appropriate for that. Do you know which one?
I do know which one, but here's the thing. I'm gonna send it in my character thing.
Yes.
Ooh, we got some secrets.
Somebody's gaining secrets from the rest of the party.
I'm going to use my lucky dice.
Ooh.
Oh no. You're gonna die.
Wait, why is she doing it in her channel? I forgot. I didn't hear what she is rolling for.
She's rolling to see if she
You
can
don't-
persuade the guy to make her see in the dark.
Okay.
I think.
It wasn't explicitly said.
Okay.
think laughter's good.
I don't know if that's a command or if that's a question.
That's a. This isn't going to affect your character negatively. This is simply a little bit more character growth and interaction.
Okay, I don't know if you're telling me to interact with people so you can research something.
No, I'm telling you to make the roll.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm so out of it today.
It's fine.
It's a good thing I chose the right proficiencies. That is a 20, not natural.
Okay. He gives you a look up and down with a slightly resting face as he pauses for a second and fair enough. As he takes a bit more of the dust, grinding it, and sort of sprinkles it into your eye, sort of almost just like, well, rather swiftly, not throwing it or anything, but he does it relatively quickly.
Okay. Well, I guess let's go. And I am
Alright.
going to cast.
Wait, before you do, I think we need a way to know which directions we are going.
That seems.
I suppose all of you follow the animals, I suppose?
Yeah, that seems smart.
Alright. As he begins morphing himself in, and elegantly, as stepping forward, as his form completely changes, you see this small blackened creature with this about the size of a cat with a pointed tail that almost seems reptilian. It's a very strange creature. Very skinny, very odd, with this almost venomous looking tail and large golden eyes.
Okay.
Of sharp contrast to the rest of its body. It sort of looks at you, Spencer, nods, and seems to be waiting.
32.
32.
Spencer just turns into like a fucking.
I mean, it's not terrible.
Good to hear.
That doesn't mean it's good though, does it?
Nope. Definitely.
Actually,
Oh.
I mean, let me look at its stuff. I mean, that's pretty. Yeah, I mean, alright.
Ooh, you got a good thing.
Well,
See, it's not terrible.
Oh,
yeah,
private thing.
but it doesn't exactly belong in a cave, does it?
Yeah, but it might not be seen in the cave.
What did you get? What does?
Describe how you transform.
Oh, can I do it now?
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Uh-oh.
Tell me if you want me to do it.
Oh, do it. well, as you look, you wait. Actually, I need to see how big exactly this is.
It is medium.
Yeah. But compared to like a human,
A little bit.
just for scale.
I mean, you could look it up.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, as you look, you see Spencer doing his usual fuck. Shit.
Do you want me to?
Yes, please. Sorry.
That's fine. It's fine. I did kind of spring it on you. So as you see Spencer stepping forward, taking a breath, his bones sort of cracking and shifting in the quite horrible sounding way that it usually does, you see rather conveniently a panther where Spencer once was. And you all hear in your heads the voice of Melon, strangely enough, saying, "Well, that's a bit bigger than I was expecting, though not terrible."
I can always make you invisible as a panther.
No, you can't.
No, there.
It says
Not
creature, doesn't it?
No, it's third level. It's a second level spell on a third level spell slot. So you've got 2 people there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've got
You're-
2 people, but
Yeah.
like, okay, so if Cyril could do it then if I'm not.
No, because he's
No,
doing.
Still, he's also.
He's also doing Mistral.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just have a really, really small brain.
We know.
Alright.
Anyway, as you begin walking into the caves, do we want to end there?
I
I'd kind of like to.
gotta go, so.
So that is where
Okay.
we'll be ending our session.
I did a whoop, but it didn't pick up.
Oh, wow, you're whooping that we're at the end? Okay, I see how it is.
Your music was very good this time.
Thank you, I'm using Skyrim music.
No wonder.
It still was. Doesn't really. Yeah. Very good music.
And we didn't need to do any fighting music, so...
Yeah. We didn't get into a fight.
Yes, no.
Sorry about being late with my character.
It is fine, just... Fuck, man, I gave you 5 days.
Sorry.
It is completely fine. I did give you the name of the guy. I will get you the names of everyone
Yeah,
else
I
as
saw
well.
that. I gave you the name of the other person. If you...
Yes. Yes, you did. Though I do request maybe draconic sounding names. Anyway,
Oh yeah, sorry. I should. Maybe
it's completely fine. This has been the waiting
Okay,
list,
well-
the only podcast with no one watching this bit.
No,
See
it's
ya.
that one guy. You always forget about the one guy.
Oh yeah, I always forget. Who are you?
Come on,
I
come
don't-
on already, man.
Oh man, I
Remember,
beg
you can't
you.
get stimped on by Spencer if he doesn't know who you are.
I mean, they probably maybe don't watch until the end, though, so they might not know about the
we can
simping
say at the
part.
start next time.
Yeah, I hope they do. I hope they
Wait,
do.
do we actually get a viewer?
Yeah, we have one person we
there's one
don't know who
subscriber who
is.
isn't one of us.
Oh.
Who are you? Anyway, this has been the waiting list. Fucking hell.